For over 40 years, I've studied how the smallest decisions, like what's on your breakfast plate, can shape the biggest outcomes in a person's health. Today, we tackle one of the most controversial foods for seniors, the egg. A food you've eaten your entire life. But is it still safe after 65? Or is it silently working against your brain, your heart, your bones? Welcome to Senior Mental Health, where we decode complex health questions to help you live sharper, longer, and more independently. In this deep dive, we'll crack more than just eggs, we'll crack open decades of myths, confusion, and outdated beliefs. So grab your favorite tea, sit back, and join me as we explore eggs after 65, superfood or silent risk. Imagine a food that's rich in high-quality protein, contains nutrients your brain depends on, costs less than 30 cents, cooks in under 5 minutes. That's the egg, but most seniors I work with have either overestimated its danger or underestimated its power. After 65, your nutritional needs change dramatically. Muscle mass starts to decline, sarcopenia. Memory starts to fade. Vision weakens. The immune system becomes more fragile. In these years, every bite counts. And the egg? It punches far above its weight class. Let's break down the egg, not just on a plate, but nutritionally. Nutrient why it matters after 65. Protein, 6 to 7 grams, egg, supports muscle mass. Healing, immune strength. Choline, 147 milligrams, critical for memory, learning, and mood. Lutein and zeaxanthin protects vision and brain cells. Vitamin B12 nerve health. Energy, red blood cells. Vitamin D bone strength, mood balance. Selenium and iodine cellular repair. Thyroid support. Now here's a thought. You could buy 6 different supplements to get these benefits. Or just start your day with one egg. Let me introduce you to Mr. Fan, a 72-year-old retired veteran who came to my clinic last year. Frail, walking slowly with a cane, eyes dim, memory lapsing. He was eating well, or so he thought. Toast, juice, maybe a cup of milk. No eggs. His daughter had read online that eggs are dangerous for the heart, so they cut them out years ago. When I reviewed his diet, he was missing over 30% of his daily protein needs. Nearly all dietary choline, B12 and vitamin D were barely traceable. We made just 3 changes. 1. One egg a day, either boiled or poached. 2. Added a handful of leafy greens, for synergy with eggs lutein. 3. Paired it all with a tablespoon of olive oil. In 3 months, his walking speed improved by 25%. He gained 2.5 kilograms of lean muscle. His memory scores improved on cognitive tests. Most importantly, he felt like himself again. This wasn't a miracle, it was just smart, targeted nutrition. Let's clear the air. Yes, eggs contain cholesterol, around 186 milligrams per egg. But here's what decades of new science shows. Cross-mark the cholesterol in food is not the main cause of high cholesterol in blood. Your liver makes cholesterol, and when you eat more from food, it adjusts production downward. Unless you have a rare genetic condition, dietary cholesterol has little effect on your heart health. Bar graph. A 2020 meta-analysis from the British Medical Journal covering over 3 million participants found no significant association between moderate egg consumption and heart disease or stroke. Brain. In fact, choline in eggs protects against homocysteine buildup, a more accurate predictor of heart and brain disease than cholesterol itself. Let's look at 2 seniors having eggs. Mr. Lin, Mrs. Ha. Scrambled 2 eggs with spinach, olive oil, whole grain toast, fried eggs in butter, with bacon, white toast, sugary coffee. Result: stronger muscles, stable mood, sharper focus. Result: increased LDL, brain fog, insulin spikes. It's not the egg, it's what surrounds the egg. Remember this rule: eggs are innocent, the plate is guilty. You don't notice memory slipping until one day you walk into a room and forget why. Memory loss isn't just frustrating, it can be terrifying, and for older adults, it's often the first sign of something deeper: declining brain chemistry. nutritional gaps, and the early stages of cognitive impairment. But what if part of the solution was sitting in your refrigerator this whole time? Eggs provide 3 nutrients that are critical for brain health in aging adults. 1. Choline, the forgotten memory nutrient. 2. Lutein, not just for your eyes, but also your brain. 3. Vitamin B12 for nerve insulation, focus, and emotional balance. Let's go deeper. Meet Mrs. Margaret Ellis, a retired literature professor in her late 70s. She came to my clinic worried about forgetting students' names, book plots, and even misplacing her car keys twice in 1 week. She wasn't showing dementia signs yet, but her diet was nearly choline-free. No eggs, no liver, and minimal seafood. Her breakfast? Oatmeal with fruit, healthy, but not complete. We added just 1 soft-boiled egg to her morning routine, along with leafy greens. Within 2 months, her memory stabilized, her word recall improved, and more than anything, her confidence returned. Why? Because choline helps your brain produce acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter directly responsible for memory creation, attention span, and even dream formation. Magnifying glass in a 10-year study from Boston University. Adults with higher choline intake had less brain shrinkage on MRI, sharper recall, lower risk of dementia. 1 egg equals approximately 30% of your daily choline needs. And yet, 90% of seniors don't get enough. We often talk about lutein for eye health, but neuroscientists have recently found it in high concentrations in the brain, especially the prefrontal cortex, responsible for decision-making, and the hippocampus, your memory center. Let's look at Mr. George Reynolds, 80, a retired architect who struggled with focus and mental fatigue. He didn't like taking pills but agreed to try something natural. We suggested an omelet with spinach and a poached egg 3 times a week. 6 weeks in, he told me, "I'm back to finishing my crossword without checking Google every 5 minutes." His improvement? Thanks to lutein's ability to reduce oxidative stress in neurons, slowing age-related cognitive decline. Leafy green lutein in spinach and kale is great. But here's the secret. Lutein from eggs is 2 to 3 times more bioavailable, because the fat in egg yolks helps your body absorb it better. For even more benefit, pair eggs with olive oil, avocado, or nuts. Think of your nerves like electrical wires. Vitamin B12 provides the insulation. Without it, messages from your brain slow down or misfire. Common signs of B12 deficiency in seniors: tingling or numbness in hands, feet, mood swings or unexplained sadness, memory fog, fatigue that feels heavy. Eggs contain approximately 10% of your daily B12 needs, and combined with other B-rich foods, they help keep your nervous system intact. Book's one clinical review found that seniors with even mild B12 deficiency were more likely to misplace objects, struggle with orientation, e.g. getting lost while walking, experience low mood or irritability. Now let's tie all this together with another story. Mr. Edward, Eddie, Banks was a 69-year-old jazz pianist. One day, he said to me, "Doc, the notes are there, but they don't connect anymore." Eddie wasn't just talking about memory. He was talking about feeling emotionally flat. No motivation to play, no joy in his meals. He described it as being in a fog. We did a nutritional assessment. B12 equals low. Choline equals borderline deficient. Vitamin D equals very low. His morning ritual used to be eggs, spinach, and black coffee. But after a stroke scare, his son removed all cholesterol from his diet, including eggs. We rebuilt a balanced breakfast. 1 boiled egg, 2 egg whites, a small bowl of oats with flaxseed, a side of berries and green tea. 2 months later, he sent me a voicemail of him playing piano again. "Doc, I feel like I got my brain back." Eggs weren't a magic pill, but they were part of a complete recovery plan. Not for his body, for his identity. Eggs also support mood stability through balanced blood sugar. Protein slows glucose spikes. B vitamins, involved in serotonin production. Vitamin D, linked to lower depression rates in winter. Repeat button. A 2022 study in Nutrients Journal reported that older adults with higher intakes of B12, choline, and vitamin D had fewer depressive symptoms, better sleep patterns, greater emotional resilience. Blank, underscore, blank. Brain mini recap. Why eggs feed your brain. Nutrient function found in eggs? Choline memory, attention, brain cell repair checkmark. Lutein brain antioxidant, visual memory checkmark. B12 nerve protection, mood checkmark. Vitamin D emotional stability, brain immune defense checkmark. Protein stable energy, neurotransmitter building blocks checkmark. I used to drive at night. Now I squint just to read the microwave. That was Mrs. Eleanor Grayson, age 74. She'd slowly stopped driving, avoided evening walks, and lost confidence simply because her vision clarity declined. Most people think it's just aging, but nutrition plays a major role, and eggs are one of the most underrated defenders of your eyes. Here's why. Lutein and zeaxanthin are two antioxidants that accumulate in your retina, the part of your eye that helps you read, recognize faces, and drive. These nutrients filter harmful blue light and reduce retinal inflammation, which are linked to macular degeneration, a leading cause of blindness after 65. Egg. Where can you get these antioxidants easily? One egg yolk has a significant amount, and the body absorbs it better than from spinach or kale thanks to the yolk's fat. In fact, a clinical trial published in the Journal of Nutrition showed people over 65 who consumed 2 eggs daily for just 5 weeks increased their lutein and zeaxanthin blood levels, without raising cholesterol. Mr. William Lee, a 67-year-old retired photographer, told me, colors felt washed out, my eyes didn't adjust to bright or dim light. He ate well, lots of vegetables, but he avoided fats entirely, including eggs. We introduced scrambled eggs in olive oil with bell peppers and kale. 3 eggs per week for 6 weeks. What change? He noticed clearer contrast, sharper outlines, reading became easier, and, most importantly, he felt safe driving again. Vision health isn't just about what's on the screen, it's about staying independent. Did you know your immune system naturally weakens with age? This is called immunosenescence, and it makes you more prone to infections, flu, pneumonia, slower healing, chronic inflammation. Eggs quietly provide 4 powerful immune boosters. 1. Selenium, antioxidant, supports immune cell regeneration. 2. Vitamin D, regulates immune responses and helps fight respiratory illness. 3. Zinc, helps with wound healing and white blood cell function. 4. Protein, builds the antibodies and repair cells your body uses after sickness. A 2021 review in Frontiers in Immunology found seniors with adequate intake of selenium, vitamin D and high-quality protein had significantly better resistance against respiratory infections. Grace, 79, had 3 colds in one winter and was hospitalized with pneumonia. She was underweight, fatigued, and ate very little protein. We created a plan with daily egg muffins with spinach, tomato, and mushroom, a side of fortified yogurt and orange slices. 2 months in, she gained healthy weight. Her blood work showed improved vitamin D and selenium levels. She hadn't had a single cold all spring. She said to me, "I feel stronger than I have in 2 years." And it started with breakfast. Not all egg preparations are equal. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to excess saturated fats, oxidized cholesterol, overcooked proteins, which are harder to digest. Let's look at the best and worst cooking methods for seniors. Checkmark best methods. Method why it's good. Boiled, soft or hard, no added fat. Preserves nutrients. Poached gentle, retains choline and B vitamins. Scrambled in olive oil, low heat, healthier fat. Antioxidant protection. Oven-baked egg muffins great for batch cooking. Easy to add veggies. Pro tip. Add turmeric and black pepper for anti-inflammatory benefits. Cross-mark worst methods. Method why to avoid. Fried in butter or margarine high in saturated fat. Raises LDL. Cooked with bacon or sausage increases salt. nitrates, and heart risk. High heat or burnt eggs creates oxidized cholesterol, harmful to arteries. Daniel, 72, came in with borderline high cholesterol and fatigue. His breakfast, 2 fried eggs in butter plus toast plus sausage. We switched him to 1 poached egg on whole grain toast, avocado slices plus grilled tomato. Within 8 weeks, his LDL dropped 12 points. His triglycerides improved. He said, "I don't miss the sausage anymore. I like how I feel more." Pairing eggs with the right foods enhances their benefits. Spinach, kale right pointing arrow boosts lutein and fiber. Tomatoes, bell peppers right pointing arrow vitamin C for eyes. Whole grain toast or oats right pointing arrow stabilize blood sugar. Berries right pointing arrow protect against oxidative stress. Plain Greek yogurt right pointing arrow adds probiotics and calcium. Avoid white bread, sugary cereals, processed meats, butter-heavy sauces. Mini recap. 1 egg. Many defenses. System nutrient from eggs benefit. Eyes lutein. Zeaxanthin filters blue light. Slows macular degeneration. Immunity selenium. D protein fights infections. Faster healing. Cooking low heat. Clean oils retains nutrients. Reduces heart risk. This is the most asked question I get from older adults. Doctor, how many eggs can I really eat in a week? Let's break it down with clarity and science. Older person for healthy seniors, no heart disease or diabetes. Up to 1 whole egg per day is safe and beneficial. That's about 7 eggs per week. Backed by research from the Harvard School of Public Health and BMJ meta-analysis. Red heart for seniors with diabetes or high cholesterol. Limit to 3 to 4 whole eggs per week. Use egg whites to boost protein without added cholesterol. Prioritize healthy cooking methods, boiled, poached, low-fat scrambling. Cooking pro tip. Use 1 whole egg plus 2 egg whites in your omelets. You keep the flavor while reducing fat and cholesterol. Chef Richard, 68, used to eat 3 fried eggs and sausage every morning. He was hospitalized with a minor stroke, and labs showed high LDL cholesterol. We made small swaps. Replaced butter with olive oil. Cut to 3 yolks per week. Added 6 egg whites. Used more veggies. Less red meat. 3 months later, LDL dropped by 18 points. And he said, "I still love breakfast, but now it loves me back." Walking into the egg aisle can be confusing. Cage-free, organic, pasture-raised, omega-3 enriched. What matters? Checkmark what to look for. Label what it means. Omega-3 enriched hens fed flax, chia right pointing arrow eggs have anti-inflammatory fats, great for heart and brain. Pasture-raised hens roam outdoors right pointing arrow more natural vitamin D better fat profile. Organic fed without synthetic pesticides or antibiotics. Brain best pick for seniors. Omega-3 enriched plus pasture raised. If available. Stop sign what to skip. Natural, has no regulation. Fancy packaging with no nutrition data. Liquid eggs, with additives. And less pasteurized and no fillers. Refrigerate immediately at as less than or equal to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius. Store in original carton. Place in middle, back of fridge. Not on the door, temp fluctuates. Use within 3 weeks for peak freshness. Label, boiled, eggs to track usage, use within 7 days. Test tube. Try this freshness test. Put an egg in a bowl of water. Sinks equals fresh. Stands upright equals older but usable. Floats equals toss it. Prohibited. Never use cracked, dirty, or smelly eggs. Seniors are more prone to food-borne illness. Paula, a 71-year-old retired nurse, ate a boiled egg she'd stored on the counter for 2 days. She ended up in urgent care with salmonella. Dehydrated and weak. Now she keeps a fridge thermometer. Eggs labeled by date. Boiled eggs unpeeled until eaten. She told me, 1 egg shouldn't land you in the hospital. Store smart. Let's take all this science and make it practical. Here's a balanced 7-day egg plan. Blank, _ blank. Spiral calendar sample weekly plan, for healthy seniors. Day meal idea. Mon veggie omelette, 1 whole egg plus 2 whites, plus whole grain toast plus berries. Tuesday hard-boiled egg on spinach salad plus walnuts plus olive oil. Wed scrambled egg whites with kale, bell peppers plus oatmeal. 2 poached egg on quinoa plus grilled zucchini plus lemon. Fry hard-boiled egg plus baby carrots plus almond snack. Sat toast plus soft-boiled egg plus tomato plus avocado. Sun-baked egg muffin, 1 whole egg plus veggies, plus sweet potato hash. Bonus tips. Hydrate. Drink water or herbal tea with meals. Add spices, turmeric, paprika, or garlic for anti-inflammatory benefits. Cook low and slow. Avoid browning or burning the yolk. So what have we learned? Checkmark. Eggs are nutrient-dense superfoods for brain, eye, heart, and immune health. Safe up to 7 eggs per week, for most seniors. Powerful when cooked right, stored smart, and paired with fiber, veggies, and healthy fats. Margaret, 75, was widowed, didn't cook much, and relied on cereal or toast for most meals. After a nutrition class, she began meal prepping egg muffins once a week. She told me, "It gave me a reason to start my day. I feel clearer, stronger, and like I'm finally feeding myself again." Eggs aren't the enemy. They're a tool, one you can use wisely to fuel your mind, strengthen your body, and reclaim your independence. And remember, it's not just the egg. It's how you cook it, what you pair it with, and how it makes you feel. It's time we clear the fog around eggs and senior health. Despite being one of the most researched foods in the world, eggs are still surrounded by myths, especially for people over 65. Let's look at the 5 most common misconceptions, and what science and clinical experience tells us instead. Eggs raise your blood cholesterol. Crossmark. False. Checkmark. Most seniors do not experience a spike in blood cholesterol from eating eggs. Your liver adjusts by producing less when dietary cholesterol increases. Real risk? Right pointing arrow. Excess saturated fat and trans fat, not eggs. Bacon, butter, pastries, and fried foods do more harm than boiled eggs ever could. Test tube. A 2020 study in AJCN followed 30,000 plus adults and found no link between 1 egg per day and heart disease. Eggs spike blood sugar. Crossmark. Completely untrue. Eggs have 0 carbohydrates and no glycemic impact. In fact, they help stabilize blood sugar, especially when combined with high fiber carbs, like oats or quinoa, healthy fats, avocado, olive oil. Cooking example: a soft-boiled egg with a side of chia oatmeal keeps insulin levels more stable than sweet cereals. Eggs conflict with medication. Mostly false. Eggs are low in vitamin K. Right pointing arrow. Safe with blood thinners like warfarin. They do not interfere with statins or blood pressure meds. They may actually enhance absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, ADEK. Warning: just avoid pairing them with high-sodium meats, bacon, sausage, if you're managing hypertension. Egg whites are healthier than whole eggs. It depends. Egg whites equals pure protein. Yolks equals where the nutrients live, choline, lutein, vitamin D, omega-3s. For most seniors, spoon 1 whole egg plus 1 to 2 whites equals best of both worlds. High protein, balanced fat, full nutrition. Egg substitutes are better. Not necessarily. Many commercial substitutes contain preservatives, gums, artificial colors. Unless you're vegan or allergic, real eggs are often cleaner and more nutritious. Checkmark. Choose pasteurized egg whites if cholesterol is a concern, but skip the neon yellow cartons with a long ingredients list. Can I eat eggs if I'm prediabetic? Yes. Eggs are ideal for prediabetes. Stabilize blood sugar, provide satiety, keep you full, improve insulin sensitivity when part of a Mediterranean-style diet. Blank, underscore, blank. Question mark, should I skip the yolk if I've had a heart attack? Not completely. The yolk holds key nutrients for brain, nerves, and mood. Limit to 3 to 4 whole eggs per week. Balance with whites. Prioritize anti-inflammatory cooking, olive oil. Veggies, baked instead of fried. Blank, underscore, blank. Question mark, is there a best time to eat eggs for brain health? Yes, breakfast or lunch. Early protein improves alertness. Morning consumption helps neurotransmitter production for memory. Focus. Late night heavy protein might disrupt sleep. Here's a senior-friendly egg blueprint to keep in your kitchen. Blank, underscore, blank. Brain support. 1 egg per day equals approximately 30% of daily choline. Combine with leafy greens, turmeric, olive oil, red heart health. 3 to 4 whole eggs per week. Use egg whites freely. Pair with oatmeal, avocado, garlic, tomatoes. Eyes eye health. Eggs plus vitamin C rich produce, bell pepper. Kiwi. Look for lutein enriched or pasture raised eggs. Bone and immunity. Pair with mushrooms, fortified dairy, almonds. Choose omega-3 enriched eggs for anti-inflammatory benefits. Meet George L., 72. A retired school teacher who came to me feeling forgetful, weak in the mornings, disconnected from meals. We made one change. Add 1 egg plus veggies to breakfast. Replace sugary cereal. Use turmeric, spinach, and a slice of whole grain toast. Results after 6 weeks. Sharper memory. Reduced joint pain. 4 pounds of fat lost, without dieting. The egg wasn't just food, it was clarity on a plate. He said, we often chase pills, powders, and magic diets. But the truth is, simple changes, done consistently, deliver the biggest impact. 1 egg a day can. Checkmark improve memory. Checkmark reduce muscle loss. Checkmark balance mood. Checkmark support vision. Checkmark strengthen immunity. Checkmark lower inflammation, but only if cooked wisely, paired smartly, and used as part of a full body health strategy. At Senior Mental Health, we believe every older adult deserves clarity, energy, and confidence in their body and mind. Let's rewrite the story on aging, not with fear, but with food as medicine. So the next time you see an egg, don't see cholesterol, see a tool for strength, memory, independence. Egg, because when cracked open with intention, an egg isn't just breakfast, it's a choice to live sharper and stronger. Blank, underscore, blank. Checkmark if you found this helpful. Thumbs up, like, bell subscribe, and older person share this with someone over 65 who needs hope on their plate.